everyone, I'm Sarah and welcome to my crochet channel. Today's video I'm going to show you how to crochet a pumpkin scrubby. Now these are perfect. They measure about 4 inches across and they're great for scrubbing the dishes or the sinks, but they're also great for scrubbing vegetables, like carrots and potatoes. It's a super fun little scrubby to make. And they're also super fun to give as gifts or maybe just use for decorations around your house during the fall season. It has these ridges, so it's scrubby on the front and scrubby on the back. We make 2 circles and put them together and then add our curl and our stem. And they're super cute, like I said. Now, you can find the complete pattern with pictures in that link provided in the notes underneath this video. To make your little pumpkin scrubby, you're going to need about 1/2 ounce of a main color and then a little bit of a green. Now I did all Premier cottons, and this one here is this kind of variegated orange and white that I used on this one, and this light green for the curl and the stem on this one. For today's demonstration, I'm going to be doing the basic orange and basic green. Now, these are medium weight number 4 yarns, and if you're going to use this as a scrubby, I really recommend that you use a cotton. Now, if you're going to use it for decorations or maybe just as a gift for your guests, send them home with a party favor that came over for a wonderful harvest or autumn or fall get together, you can do that out of acrylic yarns, as long as you're not going to use it for a scrubby. All right, so any yarn that you have on hand, medium weight number 4 will work. But because I'm making mine for scrubbies, I'm going to use cotton yarns. We're going to be stitching today with our eye hook, which is a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. You'll need a needle for weaving in ends, and then you'll need a pair of scissors. We're going to begin with our slip knot, and we're going to chain 5 chains. We're going to join this into a circle, so we'll put our tail of our yarn over our hook, there we go, and pull that through. Then we'll just snug that down and tie that stay knot. All right, now we'll put our hook in, pull up a loop, and chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to stitch 11 double crochets. Our chain 3 here counts as 1. We need a total of 12, and so I'm going to stitch 11 more double crochets. Yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through the first 2, yarn over, and go through the second 2 loops. All right, now you'll notice that I am stitching over that tail of yarn, and that's so that I can close up that hole when I finish, so I don't have a hole in the center of my pumpkin. If you prefer to use the magic circle here, you certainly can. I just prefer this method for this project. All right, let's see how many I've stitched. Our chain 3 counts as 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, oops, 11, and 12. So we have 12 double crochets, counting our chain 3 as our first. We're going to join to the top of that chain 3 with a slip stitch. So we'll grab that loop of yarn and pull it through the loop on our hook and chain 3. Now let's turn it over. We'll give a gentle tug on that yarn, and then we'll just go ahead and weave this in. Then we don't have to worry about it later. But if you want to do it later, that's okay also. All right. And we'll go ahead and clip that off, and it's out of our way. And so for row 1, we have 12 double crochets, join with the slip stitch, and chain 3. All right, let's do row 2. Our chain 3 counts is our first double crochet, and we're going to stitch a front post double crochet around that first stitch. So we'll go around the post of the stitch. We normally stitch up here, but we're going around the post. And this is what's going to form those ridges for our scrubby. Now we'll go in the next double crochet and stitch a double crochet. And now we'll go around the post of that same stitch. Double crochet in the next double crochet. And now we'll go around the post of that same stitch. Double crochet in the next double crochet. And then go around the post of that same stitch. And we're going to repeat this, working all the way around for row 2. Let's get some more yarn out here. So I double crocheted in the next stitch, and then I went around the post of that same stitch. And this is the way that we will work this row. Double crochet in the next, and then stitch around the same post of that stitch. We started with 12, and we'll end up with 24 stitches. We'll have 12 double crochets and 12 front post double crochets. I completed row 2, regular double crochet front post, regular front post all the way around. And like I said, you're going to have 12 double crochets and 12 front post double crochets. Here's our last front post. We're going to join to the chain 3 with a slip stitch and chain 3. All right, now for row 3, we're going to stitch a second double crochet in the double crochet because our chain 3 counted as our first. And now we're going to front post around the front post. That's a front post double crochet. All right, so then we'll go to the next stitch, which is a double crochet, and stitch 2 double crochets in that stitch. And then we'll go to the front post double crochet and stitch a front post double crochet. And so what we're doing for row 3 is 2 regular double crochets and then a front post in the front post. All right, so we'll go to the next stitch here and stitch 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. And then front post around the front post double crochet. Two double crochets, and then front post double crochet in the front post double crochet. And this is our repeat for row 3. Again, 2 double crochets in the 1 double crochet, and then front post double crochet around the front post double crochet. We'll repeat this, working all the way around, and again join back to our chain 3. I stitched 2 double crochets in the 1 double crochet, front post in the front post, and repeat all the way around. So now you have 24 double crochets and 12 front post double crochets. Here's our last front post double crochet. We're going to join to the chain 3 with a slip stitch, and we'll cut our yarn. Now I'm going to go to the next stitch and pull that loop to the inside. There we go. It's split a little bit. And so we tied off to the back, and I'll take my needle and weave that in just a second. But this is one, and we need to make a second one so we can put the two together to make our scrubby. Shoo, that was some fast crocheting. Well, now I have two made exactly the same. On the second one, though, I did not cut my yarn, and that's because we're going to put the two together. So we're going to take the first one and the second one and put them together. We've got the right sides facing out. Your right sides are the sides that have the front post ridges. All right, so now we'll just put them together. We'll make a little chain one, and now we're going to sew them together. So we'll go through the first stitch here, and just choose one here. It doesn't matter where you begin because you have the same amount of stitches on both circles. All right, and single crochet. We'll go through the next two stitches on each side and stitch a single crochet. And now what we're doing is we're basically stitching them together with single crochet stitches. And so we'll just continue stitching the front and the back together with single crochet stitches, one in each, working all the way around. I've stitched single crochets working all the way around, stitching the front and the back together. Now I'm back where I started, so I'm going to join to that first single crochet with a slip stitch and cut my yarn. I'm done with the orange. Now I'm going to bring in the green and start to form my stem. So we're going to chain two, 1, 2. All right, we're going to double crochet in the next stitch. We're going to chain two and slip stitch in that same stitch. All right, and that's going to form our stem. Now we're going to make that curl. So we're going to chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we're going to begin in the second chain from the hook, and we're going to stitch a single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet in that stitch. Then we'll move to the next chain and stitch single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet. Now we'll move to the next chain and stitch single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet. And we'll do this all the way back down the chain. Single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet. And you can see that my chain is already starting to curl up. All right, one more. Single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet. And now we're going to join to that same stitch where we joined our stem with a slip stitch. Go ahead and cut our yarn and tie off. And now we'll just take that curl and bring it to the front. And you can curl it however you want. It's just a little fun curl like a pumpkin vine. Alright, and so now all we have to do is weave in these ends and our pumpkin, scrubby, or decoration will be all ready to go. So here are both my pumpkin scrubbies. They're super cute, super fun, super easy, and also really fun to give. So that's how easy it is to make our pumpkin scrubber and decoration.